Good, how are you?
I'm good. I don't miss this ever.
Ever. It's a good event, right?
Yeah, great event. For the kids.
For the kids. You see any baskets you like?
Yeah, I just did on the pirate one with the right over here.
Oh, okay.
Get a t-shirt and a pole. About $10 worth. I bought 2 balloons.
This is Mr. Beeson and his wife. How you guys liking the Hall of Fame this year?
So much fun.
It's great.
It's a great event.
Great event.
Today we're the balloon people.
The blue people.
Balloon's a winner.
Every balloon's a winner. And what's in it? What kind of winners?
There's money.
Money.
From $1 to $50. So take your chances.
And what about some of the baskets? You see anything you like?
There's some beautiful baskets.
And we love the MSU stuff up front. Very nice. Big fan.
All right.
You're on.
This one looks good.
All right, pull it right out.
All right. All right. Good luck. One way on the top.
Let's see you pop it.
I need something to pop it. Yeah, okay.
Don't scare the kids.
I think it's 20. It's
So where to go? It's still in there. I got $1.
One.
Thank you, Hall of Fame, for nominating me for Legionnaire of the Year. It's a great event every year. We've attended, and everybody has a great time. And it's good.
See you next year.
See you next year.
So, Mayor Swift, what do you think about the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think it's a really good cause. It raises a lot of money for scholarships. It's a real good community effort to support the Hall of Fame, and everyone has a good time.
And how many years do you think this can go on? Or how long has this been running so far?
It seems becoming more and more popular to sell out this time, first time in a long time.
It was sold out real fast.
It sold out real. Yeah, I almost had a problem getting the tickets. I had to pull some strings, but I think that's going to go on for several years to come.
And you see any baskets you like to?
Actually, we just got here. We're looking around, so looking forward to spending some money.
All right.
Take care.
City of Riverview. Cornerstone Environmental Group. DTE Energy. Kobiak. Riverview Administrative Cabinet. Baseball Association. Riverview Firefighters Charity. Last but not least, Riverview Towing and Auto Repair. Okay, now we'd like to move on with the Civic Service Award. We're going to start with the DPW Employee of the Year, Tim Liphart. Tim's been with the City of Riverview since 2001. He and his wife Julie have a 5-year-old son Ryan. Tim has proven himself indispensable for the city. His knowledge, skills, and dedication, and the ability to solve problems and fix just about anything is second to none. Tim currently does double duty with both building maintenance and water meter work. Tim Liphart, come on down. Congratulations. Okay, next we have the Riverview Firefighter of the Year, Pat Payne. Pat has been a fireman since 2008. He and his wife Gwendolyn have 5 boys, and he brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the citizens of Riverview. Pat was born and raised raised in Detroit. He graduated from Detroit Southwestern. Then he joined the Army, so he was in a battle all the time. Pat was deployed in the invasion of Panama in the first Gulf War. Prior to working in Riverview, he was a paramedic for the city of Detroit for 15 years. He also, while he was in Detroit EMS, received 4 commissioner commendations. Currently works full-time firefighter for Highland Park, and he is also a fireman at Riverview. Matt Payne. Next, we have the Riverview Good Fellows. Good Fellows were unable to select one into their group, so the Hall of Fame decided to honor the entire Good Fellows organization. For all the good work they do for the Riverview community, always ready to assist the less fortunate, and making sure every kid has a person. Bill Beeson, as the interim president, of the special award. Okay, next we have the police officer of the year, John Doyle. John is one of the most respected officers in the Riverview Police Department. He's worked in Drano, the Detective Bureau, and as a road officer. He's been a road sergeant as well as command officer in the Detective Bureau. John is well respected by neighboring police departments also. John is a great talent. Now, there is a story about when he worked for Drano, and his code name was Dice. Now, they were in a house one time, and all the rest of the Drano people left, except him. So he had to sneak out the back door, walk down the street, wait for them to come pick him up. But they brought him back to Riverview anyway. John Doyle. Riverview's finest. Okay, next we have City Employee of the Year, Scott Ford. Scott Ford graduated from Riverview in 1972. He was an identifier. He returned to Riverview in 1993 as golf course superintendent. I think that was a fancy name for doing anything they told you to do on the golf course. In 2007, he was appointed course director. The position he held until he retired in Scott did all the jobs around the golf course and wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Scott served the golf course in the city of Riverview for 22 years. Scott Ford. We have the Legionnaire of the Year, Ron Champagne. Ron was a graduate of Arnaldo High School. He entered the Air Force as an airlift aircraft mechanic in 1979. Served 3 tours in Desert Storm, Desert Front, and Desert Shield. Retired from the Air Force in 1995. He then went to Ford Motor Company where he currently works. He served as the commander of the American Legion for the past 3 years, chairman of the Memorial Committee. He's also currently raising funds to erect a monument for his fallen soldiers. He's married to his wife Tamara. They have 3 children, Nina, Ashley, and Corey. 2 stepchildren, Zach and Zoe, and 5 grandchildren. Remember, there's still some 50-50 tickets for all the Our card game also, so they won't stop while you're up there. Okay, next we have the Banquet here coming up. And I'm going to bring up the Kiwanis to present this award. A little bit about time before we start. I don't think I'm stealing anything. Don attended A.E. Smith back in the day. Then, before he graduated, he went to Korea. Then he came back and graduated from Riverview High School in 1954 and married his high school sweetheart. They're still married. They haven't left Riverview since then. And Don has been in Florence since 1980 on many projects, especially for the year. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Brad. We just need to acknowledge all the good work that Mr. Banquet has done for over 50 years in the water, participating on every project. He's been the first one to do it for the last place to lead. We will honor you with the Kiwanis of the Year Award for 2016.
Congratulations. In the school booster club for every one of her children, and anybody else that would ask her for her help. Now she's a card-carrying art member and continues to volunteer for the Riverview Senior Citizens. And Riverview Business of the Year is the Wider Collision. Now I would bet that everybody in here has visited the establishment sometime in history that they've lived in Riverview very long. Wider Collision was founded in 1964 by Mr. Wider and Taylor. And was located in Riverview Park. Then in 1968, he moved to his current location in Riverview, Michigan. Wider Collision has faithfully served the downriver area, providing quality auto body repairs at competitive prices. He has 50 years of experience, and he's lasted longer than most insurance companies that he has to deal with. Honesty, integrity, and quality have always been a vital part when it comes to the work that Wider Collision has done. Now you notice Wider Collision, they only had the good looking cars out front. All the other stuff was in the back and all over the street. They've been a great asset to the Riverview community, donating to sports teams and other organizations over the years. Wider Collision. It's difficult to find another teacher who is as generally caring and as emotionally involved with her students as Jennifer. She makes it a priority to get to know them as individuals, and she considers it critical to maintain high expectations and to hold the kids accountable for their work, their behavior, and their actions. Both the students and staff hold Jennifer in high regard. Jennifer Barker. She was Jennifer's garage around here. Okay, we only have 10 cards left for this first drawing, so make sure you get them if you want them. Okay, next we have the Seats Middle School Teacher of the Year. Dan Thomas. He began working for the Riverview schools in 1977. He taught fourth grade at course, and then she came to teach home economics with Julie Carew. Then she moved to Texas. Then they came back, and she moved back to Rosehill. She returned to South Riverview, and then she began teaching 6th grade at Seats. She's a reading and language arts teacher for the 6th grade since 1998. She's revered by her students who consistently name her as one of their favorite teachers, and she is admired by her parents and her colleagues. She's not the favorite because she teaches her favorite. Jeff Thomas. Okay, Forest Elementary School teacher of the year, Brenda Stein Wright. Okay, Brenda's been Riverview since Y2K. She's a special ed teacher. When she was hired in, now she teaches 1st and 2nd grade. She has taken the initiative to turn the classroom into the next generation classroom, implementing a number of initiatives and non-traditional strategies in the process. Doing something different. Great idea. She also owns a business called Great Lakes Education Group, where she specializes in tutoring students, grades K through 12, and prepping high school students for the ACT and SAT tests. She has a heart for struggling learners and has devoted her career to helping the children who need the greatest assistance in order to be successful learners. Brenda Stein Wright. Elementary School Teacher of the Year, Harry Lockhart. Harry began working at Riverview in 1998. In 2002, she began to be a 1st grade teacher at Huntington. She's been on the school-wide IT. She tutors students after school. She's a highly professional and consistent. She has great rapport with students, parents, and fellow staff members. Carrie Lockhart. Memorial Elementary Teacher of the Year, Miranda Greca. Miranda's been a special ed teacher at Memorial since 2012. She serves as the leader of the RTI team. She's known for her warmth and welcoming attitude, greets all of her students every day. She deals with many of the most difficult students, makes them feel important, special, and smart. She's a graduate of Eastern Michigan University, and she's finishing her master's program in psychology. Miranda Greca. Okay, now we go to the support person of the year for the high school. Riverview High School support person of the year, John Evans. That is the behavior and academic intervention specialist at RCHS. He's a Woodhaven grad. He's an all-state soccer player. He also played soccer at Oakland University. He currently helps coach both the boys and girls soccer teams. John is highly respected for his strong work ethic and dedication to providing assistance to students and increasing their academic success in Riverview. He's been with the district for 4 years. John Evans. Okay, 2 cards left. So raise your hand if you want one of those. $10 each. All right, East Middle School support person of the year. Teresa Zielinski. Teresa's only been at Seats for a year. However, she's brought a ray of sunshine to the Seats office. She is always smiling. Now, she keeps having those Spartan things up, but she really graduated from Central Michigan. And she has a bachelor's degree in psychology, which she needs to work at Seats. She was also working at Washington Community College as an administrative assistant. She subbed and was a diehard Spartan fan, which really did who went there on the contract. Teresa Zielinski. Okay, the Forest Elementary support person, Jeff Plazinski. Jeff is a good Forest. They refer to him as a rock star because he is so ambitious and self-directed and dedicated to the task of helping as many lives as possible. Gotta keep those elementary teachers happy, Jeff. He's been able to bring a tremendous amount of knowledge to his job at the Forest Elementary School. He worked in Wyandotte DPW for 24 years before they downsized, and now he's with Riverview. Married to Christy, and they have 2 boys, Preston and Jeff. Huntington Elementary support person, Sherry McMahon. She began working in 2010 and working in last week. Then in 2011, she worked in the food service. 2013, she became Huntington's last week site leader. She's energetic and reliable and loved by all in both the lunchroom and the cafeteria. Sherry McMahon. Memorial support person, Sarah Height. Sarah joined Memorial as the upper elementary math interventionist. She's known for her dedication to the staff, especially the students. She's always positive, will always go the extra mile to make sure that students are growing and succeeding. She's been at University of Dearborn, and she's currently studying for undergraduate. Sarah Hunt. Our district at large staff player of the year, Sue Hyman. Sue's worked in the last few programs for the Riverview for 25 years. He is overseeing before and after school child care programs at Memorial Huntington, of course. He also runs the Latchkey Summer Program at Faith. Now, Sue is going to retire at the end of the year because she's bringing her latchkey in for her to take care of his grandson. Because they don't have latchkey for him yet, so 200.
If you are in prayer, please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, as we gather this evening to honor our esteemed Hall of Fame inductees, our outstanding Riverview School scholars, exemplary teachers, respected community volunteers, and highly valued employees in business, we ask that your gracious presence be here among us. We offer our gratitude for the great gift of being a part of the Riverview community and for the opportunity for the people of this wonderful city and our exceptional schools to work together to achieve lofty goals, generating and promoting continued excellence for both entities. We ask, dear Lord, that your hand be instrumental in sustaining and promoting continued excellence for both groups. We ask that your hand be instrumental in sustaining mutual support and unparalleled harmony in building that strong symbiotic relationship that will help us to grow and succeed in both mutual and independent endeavors. As we prepare to dine together this evening, we are mindful of the many blessings bestowed upon us. As we enjoy the camaraderie and the incredible food provided tonight, we give thanks for the people who have prepared this dinner, and we offer our gratitude to the volunteers for the work that has been possible. We give thanks to our sponsors who have so generously.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before dinner, we have a couple of announcements. If I get everyone's attention, please.
Remember those who serve our country.
Please remain seated at your table until someone from the staff here in Arnaldo asks you to partake of the food. And how about a nice round of applause, not only for the scholars that we have up here, but for the committee members that have year in and year out done a great job putting this party together. Mrs. Zellner, Mrs. Capezza, her daughter Nancy, Mr. Fire, Mr. Lauer, and Mr. Perry. A nice round of applause for those folks who, like I said, year in and year out, have done a great job putting this banquet together for you. And another thing,
be necessary to preserve and foster the continued growth and success of our beloved Riverview community. This we ask in the name of our Lord. Amen.
Your sacrifices and belief in me is something I will always be beyond grateful for. So thank you all for coming, and go blue.
go blue! Thank you, Lauren. Our next Hall of Fame scholar is Alyssa Garza.
Thanking the Hall of Fame board for choosing me as one of the recipients for the scholarship. I would also like to thank my parents I would not be the person that I am today if they had not supported me throughout this journey. Next year, I will be attending the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. I hope to attain a degree in biology or something similar that will equip me, equip me with the tools so that I can go into medical school. One of my favorite quotes is by Hank Green. That's got to be the goal: to destroy less and create more, to increase awesome and decrease suck. So thank you for helping me do my best to increase the awesome. And once again, go blue.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Our next Hall of Fame scholar is Jacqueline Hostowski.
to me. I would also like to thank my parents for always believing in me, encouraging me to do my best, and guiding me along the way. And a big thank you to every faculty and staff member at RCHS Seats and Forest who always show by example kindness, patience, and compassion as key values for making a positive difference in the lives of others. I will always carry on the pirate pride and all that the wonderful community of Riverview has instilled in me throughout my next adventure in life. I'll be attending Western Michigan University next year. Thank you very much.
Go Broncos. Thank you, Jacqueline. Our next Hall of Fame scholar is Claire Hunter.
Would you like a few words from her grandfather, too? We just got him.
Hi, I would like to begin by thanking all of you for being here tonight. My name is Claire Hunter, and I am so fortunate to have been awarded this by the Riverview Hall of Fame Committee. And I want to give a big thank you to all of you who have helped me achieve this, starting with my educational journey that I've had at Huntington. So all of the teachers there, thank you so much. Seats, you all have supported me, and then of course the high school, which has helped me to be where I am today. And finally, I want to thank my family for always supporting me and being there for me when I needed them. And just thank you all for the support that you've given all of us in being here tonight. My plans are to attend Western Michigan University. I received full ride scholarship, so I'm going to be taking that. And I plan to pursue a pre-medical course of study.
Thank you, Claire. I believe she's ranked first in the class. Our next Hall of Fame scholar is Allison Carl.
Hello. I would, first of all, like to thank the Hall of Fame Scholarship Committee for selecting me to receive this scholarship. Receiving this scholarship is an honor and a privilege for me since it is the same scholarship my sister was awarded 3 years ago. And so it is honestly just an honor to be able to do the same thing. And I will be joining my sister at Calvin College in the fall, which is in Grand Rapids. I will be joining the swim team, and I will be studying biochemistry with a goal to become a pathologist. Thank you again to just my family and everything.
Okay, our next Hall of Fame scholar is Hannah Swanson.
Can everyone hear me in back? Good. Good evening. My name is Hannah Swanson. I am a recipient of the Hall of Fame Scholarship. I'd like to take a moment to thank the Scholarship Committee for this honor and congratulate everyone here on their accomplishment. Congrats, guys. I mean, I've grown up with them in this high school, and it's just, this district has done more than I can say. And from elementary school with Mr. Gadini to the high school with teachers that really care about my development, teachers like Mr. Beeson, Mr. Gordinsky, Mrs. Barczyk, Mr. Sauter, Mr. DeBrano, Mrs. Norwood, and so many others that are really taking an active interest in who I become. I'd also like to thank Mr. Hatzel and Mr. Flynn for their presence at our school. They constantly congratulate teams and groups on their accomplishments, especially the RCHS band, which is something I hold really dear to my heart. So thank you so much for your support. It's been a fulfilling experience to be receiving my education from this district. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Okay, next we have Alpha Delta Campus Scholarship, Anastasia Pollock.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Anastasia Pollock, and I'm very honored to receive the recipient of the Alpha Delta Kappa Scholarship. I would personally like to thank each and every one of my teachers I've had since kindergarten all the way through senior year of high school. You guys really impacted me so much that next year in the fall at Eastern Michigan University, I plan on being a teacher. I'm going to major in special education and minor in middle school mathematics. So I'm really honored, and you guys inspired me all throughout my kindergarten through senior year, especially teachers like Ms. Barchak, Ms. Norwood, Mrs. O'Day, Ms. Manigan. Those high school teachers really do impact you throughout your years, and it really means so much to me. And also, my final thank you, most dear to my heart, and I'll never forget them, is my mom and dad. They've been there through literally my whole life, and I really love them, and I can't wait. So I'd like to thank them, and I love them very much, and also to my grandparents. Thank you guys for coming, and have a great evening.
Okay, the Nancy Holloway Memorial Elementary School Alumni Scholarship goes to Savannah Sass.
Hello. My name is Savannah Sass. First, I would like to thank Miss Nancy Holloway and her family for selecting me for this scholarship. It means a lot, and I can really use it. For those of you who do not know Miss Nancy Holloway, she is not a normal principal. She is Superwoman. I swear, I have never seen her forget a single name of anyone who has gone through her school, and it's got to be thousands and thousands of people. She always knows who, and she really cares. I saw a couple of my other memorial teachers as I was thinking about writing my speech. Mr. Polchak back there, I saw Ms. Messer somewhere over there, Mr. Beeson, still going strong. So I want to say a special thank you to them for helping me feed my thirst for knowledge. And I want to thank my parents for encouraging me and for supporting me, even though I'm going to MSU. Go tell my dad. And I'm going to be going into forensic science to become a medical examiner, which is going to be killer. But thank you again so much for the scholarship. I will put it to good use, and I appreciate you all coming. Thank you.
Our next scholarship award winner is the Kiwanis Scholarship. It goes to Madison Morales.
evening. First, I would like to thank the Kiwanis Club for selecting me as the recipient of the scholarship this year. I want to thank my mom for supporting me throughout the last 4 years and making me the person I am today. I would like to thank all of the teachers I have had during my time at Memorial, Seats, and RCHS. I also want to send a special shout out to Mrs. Degenkolb for giving me many opportunities to get involved with the Kiwanis Club through Key Club, and Mrs. Ames for helping me find my leadership potential and supporting my passions. I will be attending Central Michigan University in the fall as a Leadership Advancement Scholar and plan on studying public relations and sports management. Thank you once again for allowing me to further my education and fire up chips.
Our next recipient is the Ernie Mayor's Memorial Scholarship. Goes to Christina Nunez.
First, I would like to thank the Riverview Hall of Fame Scholarship Committee for selecting me for this scholarship. I would also like to thank my mom and my sister for always supporting me and being there. In the fall, I plan to attend the University of Michigan Ann Arbor or Albion College, and I plan to study mechanical engineering. Thank you.
Our next recipient is the Charles F. Mikesell Memorial Scholarship. Goes to Mackenzie McClendon, double man.
Okay, first I would like to thank everyone for coming here tonight, and I would especially like to thank the Mikesell family for awarding me with this scholarship. I would also like to thank my parents and teachers for their support throughout the years. I'm excited to use this scholarship to further my education at UT and pursue a career in nursing. Thank you.
Our next recipient is the Sons of the American Revolution, American Legion Scholarship. Caitlin McInerney.
Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin McInerney, and I'd like to thank everyone at the Sons of the American Legion for this wonderful scholarship and opportunity. I'd also like to thank my parents and my boyfriend for always supporting me and encouraging me to be the best person that I can be. And without my grandfather, I would not be standing up here right now for his service. So I'd like to thank him as well, and also all the men and women who have served, are currently serving, and will serve in the armed forces. Thank you, everybody. With this scholarship, I plan to attend Eastern Michigan University and major in international business marketing and double minor in French and communications. Go Eagles!
Okay, our next recipients are for the Cox-Stein-Warbleski Scholarship. First is Kenneth Seneca.
I just want to start off by saying I didn't prepare a speech, so just bear with me as I wing it. I'd like to thank the committee for thinking that I was a good recipient for this award, and I want to thank my parents for always supporting me and always being there for me. and I will be attending Michigan State in the fall, and I will be pursuing a degree in accounting.
Thank you, Tim. Our next Hochstein Wordleski Scholarship winner, Lauren Velasco. Thank you.
Hi everyone. So as Ken just finished saying, I would also like to say that I did not prepare a speech. But I would like to thank the Riverview Hall of Fame Scholarship Committee for allowing me to be one of the recipients of this award. With this award, I am going to be attending Lord's University in Sylvania, Ohio next year to continue my soccer career and study molecular biology in the hopes of passing my MCAT and becoming a pediatric emergency physician. I would also like to thank my family, but especially my grandfather. Thank you guys.
Our next Hochstein Wordleski Scholarship winner is Kimberly Bardoni.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Cardoni, and I would first like to thank everybody for being here, but specifically a big thank you to the Koch-Steiner-Lusky Scholarship Committee for making me a recipient of this award. College is a lot of money, and it's a lot of money I don't have. So it's really nice to receive this scholarship because it's one of the things that is a stress reliever for me, so that I don't have to worry about money all the time when it comes to college. And I plan to take this money and go to Eastern Michigan University and major in special education teaching, cognitive impaired, with a minor in secondary education of English literature and writing. I would like to also thank my mother and my aunt that are here tonight, as well as my biggest role model, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you. And the final Koch-Steiner Wordleski Scholarship is Emily LaForce.
Hi, I'm Emily. I just want to say a special thank you to the committee that chose me as the recipient tonight. With this scholarship, I plan on attending Ferris State University, where I plan to study optometry. I didn't really plan a speech, so that's really all I had. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. I think it'd be appropriate this time to give all the scholarship award winners a big round of applause. And the parents are clapping louder than anybody else right now. So, okay, our next award winner is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and that goes to Shirley Progosky. Well, this happens to be Shirley's birthday also. So, what more could you ask for to be honored tonight? Shirley started out in Allen Park, went to Allen Park High School, then to Western Michigan and Central Michigan. She had a Bachelor of Science in Education, and she's certified to teach special ed and regular general education. She's married to her husband Ken since 1963, right? All right. And he is also a teacher and an administrator. They have 3 children, Vince, Scott, and Allison. Shirley has been volunteering forever. She's volunteered at the Wyandotte Historical Society for over 40 years. She was presented with an award at the Wyandotte City Council for all that service. They also named a children's reading room at the Wyandotte Historical Museum that has all the old toys and all the stuff that Shirley played with when she was little. At the it's called the Shirley Ann Progoski Children's Reading Room. They didn't have iPods and iPhones and all that other stuff then, so they had to have real toys. All right, she was also inducted into the Wyandotte Hall of Fame this past year. So for Wyandotte, she's done a great deal. She's lived there a great portion of her life, and she was also the Wyandotte's Woman of the Year when it first began its program, the first recipient. And then Shirley comes to Riverview to teach. So she can't just volunteer in Wyandotte, she's got to volunteer in Riverview also. She became a high school special education teacher. She approached her daily work with armed with the will to succeed with each child. She wasn't about to let anybody not be successful. She then transferred to Memorial, where she began teaching 3rd grade. And she taught there with Bobby Morris and Kathy Briggs for many years. She even moved her classroom to the Greenfield Village and taught a class in the Greenfield Village one-room schoolhouse, dressed the part, the whole 9 yards, and showed them what real education was about. She is a member of the Alpha Delta Kappa. She's also a member of the Organization for Women Educators. And as I said before, happy birthday and congratulations to Shirley Progoski. Welcome.
Although the biography makes it look like I've done an awful lot, you have to realize that I'm not 20 years old. My birthday is today, and I'm 74 years old. So I'm happy. But you're not on an island alone, and I have never been on an island alone. I have always had so many people that were willing to help with projects, with programs, and it just couldn't be done without them. And so I give a lot of credit to those people for letting me be up here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shirley. Okay, now we're going to start the induction of our three recipients this year. We're going to start with Sheila Walker. Okay, Sheila came to Riverview after stints in Wyandotte and Wayne State in 1983. Sheila and Gary had 3 children who attended the Riverview schools. Sheila worked at Hudson's for 15 years before opening her own greenhouse business in 1991. In 96, they experienced a great tragedy when their 6-year-old daughter drowned. But with the support of her church, the United Methodist Church of Riverview, and the Riverview school community, they decided to do something worthwhile to honor their daughter. So they opened their home to foster child. This began 20 years of affecting the lives of more than 150 kids in the need of a home, the need of nourishment, the need of love and comfort. Many of the Walker's foster children were short-term placements, others were much longer, going from infancy into high school. No matter how long the children were at the Walkers, they were always attended school. They were taught to do the right thing. Fortunately for 5 of the Walker foster children, they were adopted by Sheila and Gary. Angela is now a 16-year-old junior at Riverview High School. Sarah, Michael, and Mark are 3 siblings who came to the Walkers from the Katrina hurricane. They're now 15-year-old sophomores and 14-year-old freshmen. And Jordan, a kindergartner at Memorial, along with the other 2 that they have. The Walkers continue to provide care, love, and home for foster children, in addition to the Walker children and grandchildren. In her spare time, Sheila participates in booster club activities for kids, sports teams, the school activities for all the kids. She's active in the Riverview Methodist Church, serving as chairperson for the program, a program that provides 150 kids with backpacks, and they are filled with school supplies. A foster care for Christmas program so that the parents can get a night out. And the Noah Project, providing lunch for the homeless. Sheila still works with her brother in the gardening business, helping several organizations raise money by selling flowers to the community. They're members of the American Legion and work on their projects. And in 2006, Gary and Sheila were selected Foster Parents of the Year. That was even before the 3 siblings were adopted. Sheila and Gary are now working with anyone who will listen to add more hours to the day. So I want to congratulate Sheila Walker on her Hall of Fame nomination.
Wonderful life I have. My husband, who's been with me for 35 years, all my kids. I truly am blessed to have the family that I have, to have the support that I have from my family, my extended family, my church family. This is quite an honor. I am truly blessed and humbled by this induction. Thank you very much.
Before I continue, I want to make sure the recipients know they get the pirate, but the plaques, one goes to the high school and it's posted outside the library. The other goes to City Hall and posted in the hallway outside I believe it's the gym area. Okay, our next recipient, Jan Gottland. She says that's water, I'm not sure. Okay, Jan Gottland attended Western Michigan University and Mary Grove College. Now she played tennis at Western Michigan. Now I was there just a few years before that. They didn't even have tennis for girls. So she probably was on one of the first girls tennis teams at Western Michigan. She's lived in Riverview for 36 years. And she, for the entire time I've known her, has been the biggest tennis promoter of anybody I've ever heard or talked to. She worked at the Downriver Racket Club. When it began, she taught tennis to anybody that wanted lessons. She taught tennis for the recreation department. Then in 1983, I got to correct me here, I think she took over for Mike Mulheisen, right?
Mike or John Stewart.
Oh, okay. Well, Mike was right in that ball game. Anyway, whatever, it's close. 1983, she started coaching tennis at Riverview High School, both the boys and the girls. And then in 1998, Bill thought it was time that she got a real job, so she was hired as a phys ed teacher at Riverview High School. Because she was always around there. She came to games, she taught tennis to the recreation department. She was always involved. So when she became the phys ed teacher at the high school, she also taught phys ed and coached tennis at Seats. Long before teaching at Riverview, she was the biggest promoter of tennis, as I said earlier. Jan has always volunteered her time, and she does not want to take any credit for it. It was always somebody else that did that. There's an example of that is that they needed a pavilion to keep the tennis players out of the sun and out of the weather. So she was the spearhead of that, did all the legwork, and she didn't build it actually, but she made sure it got built. And then she has a name for her longtime assistant, Harvey Payne. During her varsity tennis coaching career, she's been named the Huron League Coach of the Year, Regional Coach of the Year. She's in the Michigan High School Athletic Association Tennis Coaches Hall of Fame, and her teams have made it to the state meet numerous times, at least 10 over the 30 years that she has coached tennis. As AD, I talked to many coaches and tennis coaches all over the state, and everybody knows Godwin. She's a class act. Jan Godwin.
Good evening. Thank you, Fred. I was surprised it wasn't Gatlin! As you said most mornings as I passed the athletic office on my way to the gym. Tonight, what a golden night this is. And I feel so privileged to be here. I want to thank the Riverview Hall of Fame Selection Committee for judging me worthy of this prestigious honor. Also, I would like to extend my congratulations to the Civic Center honorees, scholarship recipients, Riverview Community School District Excellence in Education honorees, and Mrs. Shirley Pergoski, this year's Lifetime Achievement Award winner. I would also like to congratulate Ken Cressweller and Sheila Walker, most deserving recipients whom I'm honored to share memories of tonight's banquet and a 2016 Hall of Fame inductees bond. I owe special thanks to my parents, whom I know are watching intently from above, for all of their nurturing and guidance. They encouraged my brother and I to always try new adventures, get involved, and never give up. I only wish they could be here tonight so I could give them a hug and a heartfelt thank you. It has taken God's watchful eye and countless blessings throughout my life to become the person I am today. As a result, I was better equipped and prepared for the challenges I would face as a teacher and coach. We know it takes a whole village to raise a child. It has taken multiple tennis teams and players through multiple years. It has taken many, many students through many, many years. It has taken the encouragement, laughter, tears, and patience of my colleagues and friends. It has taken my family's commitment, sacrifice, love, and belief in each other for me to be lucky enough to be receiving this honor tonight. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I would like to share just a few of the many golden memories I've had throughout my career in Riverview. For years, a team tradition, the night before regionals, the Huron League meet, was to TP our house. And if there was one thing they learned from the previous year, it was how to TP a house. Fortunately, I have a very supportive husband and wonderful neighbors who never seemed to mind. A special thanks goes to Bill Beeson and the Marching Pirates. RCHS is the only Huron League tennis team that has had their school's fight song played at the beginning of a meet or as the team departed for the state finals tournament. It meant a lot to have that kind of support. Through the years, we tried many different ways to raise money for the team. We had car washes, and they went pretty well, except for the one year when the players locked my keys in my trunk. I also had our two children, Kim and Travis, with us. Needless to say, they were quite tired, cranky, and hungry after a long day of helping wash cars. Another fundraiser was to deliver flyers for the city that presented multiple challenges when some of the players had a difficult time figuring out which subdivision, what street, and what side of the street they should deliver to. I look back and remember all the bus rides, hearing the enthusiastic chatter after a win, or the solemn mood after a defeat. No matter what the match outcome was, the minute we turned onto quarry, the team would burst out into the school fight song. Many times I would rap the song, "We bad, we bad." If you ever heard me sing, well, let's just say I won't be recording anytime soon. Another fundraiser that brought a few challenges with it was the spring flower sale. Early on, the biggest problem was with me. I didn't know one flower from another. Fortunately, with Sheila Walker's help, we were able to get the right flowers to the right customer. I have so many wonderful memories. Coaching has been a real pleasure and very rewarding in so many ways. There is another group of people that deserve recognition, the parents. We have been fortunate enough to have had the support from many parents of the years. They have held team dinners in their homes, provided snacks for the team, organized and helped with the fundraisers, and most of all, supported the team during matches. As a teacher, I have fond memories of participating in a number of Riverview Education Association's scholarship fundraisers, especially the Students versus Staff volleyball games and last year's trivia night organized by Don McCray. Another highlighted memory was being a cast member of the staff production of The Odd Couple. To this day, I can picture stern looks from Judy and hear the reminders from Patty to learn my lines. I still laugh when I think about Amy Van Sickle, one cold, snowy day, molded into the big boy costume and scrunched in the front seat of my Focus wagon. Windows down, horn blaring as we cruise the streets of Riverview, promoting the Big Boys Celebrity Server Night Scholarship Fundraiser. I enjoyed chaperoning the many dances, especially prom and the all-night parties for the seniors. It was always rewarding to watch the students you have as a freshman develop and mature into young men and women. Today I often run into former students and players who will reminisce about the good times they had at RCHS. I would like to take a moment to introduce you to some of my family and friends who are here tonight. My brother Jay. Good job, Jay. My brother Jay, whom our parents would be happy we are celebrating this evening together. My mother-in-law, Barbara, who at 89 years young, still loves to be where all the action is. The Coleman's, Tim, a rival coach for many years, and his wife, Kathy, whom I, along with Julie McLennan, completed our masters together. Next door neighbors, they often help clean up the teepee, and close friends, Larry and Judy Walker. Our daughter Kim, who I owe a special thank you to as she initiated the nominating process. Without first asking her mother, I might add. Last, but certainly not least, is my husband and teammate Bill. I would be lost. Our son Travis and his fiancée Morgan, I'm so sorry. Our son Travis and his fiancée Morgan are teaching in Monterey. so they couldn't make the commute tonight. Also unable to attend were our son-in-law Cam and our grandchildren Noah, Emily, Peyton, and newborn little Ever. In conclusion, I would like to say, if I can get it out, Riverview has been a wonderful community to live and work in. No matter where life's paths lead us, Riverview will always be. For once a pirate, always a pirate. Go Bucks!
Congratulations, Ken. Okay, now for our third inductee, Annie Krasweiler. Come on down. Now, he was driving around the town with his Pepsi truck picking up people that come to this event tonight, so he wanted to make sure they all got here all right. Ken Krasweiler is a 1976 graduate of Riverview Community High School. He has 40 plus years of volunteerism to the Riverview Community School District and the Riverview Community School, the Riverview community. Ken and his wife Debbie currently live in the same house he lived in on Wendy Court, where he grew up all those years ago. Ken began volunteering as a ball boy for the Riverview football team when he was 10. He continues to work with football teams doing numerous jobs. He volunteers on the sideline 3 games a week and also helps with their fundraising. Ken has worked the Hall of Fame football camp for the past 30 years. He works the Downriver Hall of Fame football camp golf outing as well as the Balmer golf outing. 1993, he worked the Riverview JCs with them to purchase video equipment and cameras for the Riverview High School, basically the football program. Since '77, he has worked water safety for the Wind-Up Boat Club rowing regattas, at least when he had a boat. Ken supported, I just had to say that. Ken has supported and worked the Relay for Life cancer fundraiser for the past 6 years. In his earlier days, he coached the 7th grade recreational basketball team. He still officiates both baseball and basketball from recreation level through high school. He also does some college work also in baseball. Now, Ken is a recovering alcoholic, and he's maintained that sobriety for the past 35 years. Now, Ken has earned some nicknames over the years. We'll just leave the one of Crash, but there are other ones we probably can't say in the microphone. And you can probably figure out why he earned that name. But Ken is a thoughtful and generous person. When you want to get things done and you need somebody to help, Ken is always there. Ken is a true ambassador for Riverview. Ken Krasweiler.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to say thank you to the Hall of Fame committee. This is a great honor. My father was also in this in 1994, and it's just great to be a part of it. It's a special thing. Great honor. I'd also like to congratulate Jan Gottlieb and Sheila Walker for being the accompanants of some great people. I mean, just a lot of great Riverview people. And that's what Riverview's all about, people getting back. thank my wife, Debbie. She lets me do everything without any problem. She says, you need to do it, go here. And it's really nice to have a wife that gets behind you and supports you in everything you want to do. Especially when it comes to helping kids out or doing other things that need to be done. I'd like to introduce my daughter, Nicole Neff. My stepson Jason and his wife Beth. My brother-in-law's Rick Sheardown and his wife Darlene. Don and Sue. My brother-in-law Don and Sue Templin. My daughter Kim, who came tonight. I have my friends that flew out, and they drove it. From Indianapolis, Jim and May Herman. I have my friends from high school over there in the corner. Some other guys that are part of this too is Mark Mioris, his wife Karen. His father is also one to this Hall of Fame. A great role model in Riverview. Greg Savichin, his wife Janae. Great honor to be on the wall with those two gentlemen's fathers. They were very, very, very important to me growing up, as in finding, getting to know everybody else in Riverview. It was very, very. My parents, I want to thank them for everything that they did for me. Raising me in the city of Riverview and teaching me good morals and standards. Sometimes I let someone go. There's two individuals here that I'd like to introduce. Terry Collins. JB, you over there? These are the two gentlemen. I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for those two gentlemen and a couple others that took me someplace. I was 23 years old and I was a wreck, and they helped me out. That's what Riverview people do. They help each other out. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Kim. Okay, that concludes our ceremony. I want to congratulate Jan Gottland, Sheila Walker, and Kim Graswell, and all the other award winners for their dedicated service to Riverview and the Riverview community. And the scholarship winners is just begun, so this was lies ahead of you. We're going to start rounding up the silent auction items. So you have one last chance to bid, and then we'll make the announcement. Again, thank you all for coming. And remember, there is a nomination form in every book. So if you know someone that deserves to be nominated, they can't become inducted unless they're nominated. So don't hesitate. Thank you very much.